Hey everybody, I hope this is a good connection today. Seems to be very slow. So welcome. I hope that everything goes smoothly. My name is Patty Bennett. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am going to show you the projects that I designed and brought with me to for all of the crafting cruise participants to create last week on our crafting cruise to Alaska. So that's what we're going to talk about. Let me just see. I hope this is live. Oh, it looks live. Okay, all right. So if you're here live, please say hi and let me know that you're here. And if you're watching the replay, of course, you're welcome to comment, but I don't always catch every single comment on the replay. I try, but I will go back and look at those later. Oh, hello, Diane. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lynn. Oh, it was so fun to have you on the trip, Lynn. Hi, Jean. Hello, everybody. So glad that you're here. We'll get started officially in about 1 minute because I'm just a little bit early. My tablet decided it needed to update all the apps. So you know how that goes. That put me a little behind, but we're almost ready to be officially starting. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Francis. Hi, Faith. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, great to see so many of you on the trip last week that are here commenting. So fun to see you. So glad that you're here. Good. I'm glad you loved it, Lynn. Good. Hi, Shan. Welcome, everybody. It's so funny. My phone still says that there's 0 people watching, but I don't think that's true. So evidently Facebook is Facebooking today, as we like to say when it has issues. Alrighty, so again, if you're joining live, please say hi, and I will say hello back, and then we will get started in about 30 seconds. I have all these projects to show you from our crafting cruise last week to Alaska, and I'll explain about all that and what that was and how it went and all the fun things. Hi, Liz and Debbie and Jackie. Welcome, everybody. So glad that you're here. I know you're probably not used to seeing face-to-face. I do a face-to-face live weekly for my Love to Stamp group, my team, my Stampin' Up team. But usually on Fridays when you tune in, you see my desk down here and my hands. But today you get me live. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Hello, Donna. Hey, is it Bess? Yeah, sorry. Gosh, I think I need either stronger or weaker glasses. I don't know. One of the two. Hello, Elaine. Hi, Liz. Hi, Debbie. Hello, Diane. All righty. Let's go ahead and get started. So again, welcome. My name is Patty Bennett. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And last week, I was co-host of our annual crafting cruise. We went back to Alaska for the second time of crafting cruising. We have been to the East Coast and Canada, and we have been to the Caribbean and Alaska on our crafting cruises. And as I've been mentioning for about the past year, this cruise last week was the last one that I am co-hosting. So after 30 years of hosting and co-hosting Stampin' Up! Events, I have decided that I would just love to be a participant. And so I have decided to just be a participant next year on a crafting cruise rather than doing any more co-hosting. So I did post today on my blog, pattystamps.com, that there are some options for you if you should wish to join a crafting cruise. There are some people who have reached out to me with information. I included that on today's post. I have signed up for a crafting cruise with Melanie Hawken and with Brenda. She lives, pardon me, little frog. Brenda lives in Canada, so Brenda and Melanie are partnering for a cruise that I will be on in 2026, and you can see that information on pattystamps.com today if you're interested. I know there are limited spots on all crafting cruises, so don't delay, and you are welcome to sign up for a future cruise if you wish. Oh, Lynn, you're so sweet. She said she was so happy to get in on my last cruise. That's so kind of you. Hi, Mary Lou. We missed you. Oh, good morning, Renee. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Tammy. Oh, Diane, I'm glad you had fun. Yes, Diane was there as well. Many people on here were there last week. So, what exactly does a crafting cruise mean? If you have missed posts from me in the past, what happens is that we reserve the conference room on a cruise ship. So we have been traveling with Royal Caribbean for many years, and they have beautiful conference rooms that are at the back of the ship with windows for 270 degrees. What a view. I mean, you don't even need to craft. It's fun to just sit in there, right? And just watch, just look and enjoy the scenery. So some people just have fun doing that. Hi, Betsy. Betsy was on our trip last week as well. Hi, Lois. Hi, Susan. Hi, Ethel. So we, meaning Kirsten and I, we co-host these crafting cruises. We bring products and packets for people to make projects. So we determine the amount of projects and tables depending on the space of the crafting area. Hi, Mel. I was just mentioning your cruise that I'm going on next year. So Mel's Inky Fingers, she just popped in. That's Melanie Hawken. She is the one co-hosting with Brenda next year for the Mexico cruise that I signed up for. And I'm so excited to be a participant. It's going to be so nice. Anyway, so back to the crafting room. So depending on how much space is in the conference room, that is how we determine how many tables and how many projects. So the crafting room for last week in Alaska, our Alaska cruise, comfortably held 12, they were 12 groups of tables. So the tables hold 4 people. And that's what it would comfortably hold. So we did 12 separate stations, we called them. Each station had 2 to 3 projects. And so I designed half the projects. Kirsten designs half the projects. And Kirsten handles the money, the orders, the packing up of the little kits, that kind of thing. So she brings those on board, and all of the participants placed an order for product. So we had a list of products that everyone needed to order and bring. Most of it was paper and consumable items. Well, I guess it's all consumable when you think about, yeah, it's all consumable because we provide the bundles and the ink pads and the clear blocks and things like that on the tables. So what I wanted to do today was to show you, oh, Lynn, you watch Mel's Inky Fingers too? Yeah, Melanie is wonderful. And Melanie has monthly crafting kits that I subscribe to as well. So if you haven't checked out Mel's Inky Fingers, be sure to visit her blog and watch her lives and think about her monthly kits. They're amazing. Her attention to detail is just blows my mind. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. So most of the product that everybody brought with them was designer paper or cardstock. There were 3 packets of different kinds of gems that we use. I'm just looking at the list over here. The loose shaker elements and window sheets for shaker cards, and linen thread, and then the labels, those gold labels that I've been showing you. Do I still have my packet right here? Yeah. Remember, I've been showing you these. We used these because this is a smart idea to use, and it cuts down on our amount of die cutting. So when we use something like this on a project, then it's a die cut piece that we don't have to do, or the participants don't have to do. So everybody had a pack of the gold labels as well. So let me show you the projects that I designed that people made. And I did not get to make all of Kirsten's because, I'll be honest, I spent most of the week visiting with everybody. So I only stamped for about maybe a total of 4 hours the whole week. So I made a few of Kirsten's projects. I didn't make my own again because, of course, I'd already made them. but I wanted to show you what I created, and then I'll show you the couple of projects that I did of Kirsten's tables. Like I said, didn't get to all of them. And then I have two huge boxes, I can't even lift them, two huge boxes over here of cards and gifts that the cruise participants gave me that week, last week. I was just blown away by everyone's kindness and sweetness. So I have two huge boxes over here. So if you want to hang out after you see the projects and you want to see all of the amazing swap cards and the gifts and the cute, like, I'll just tease you with one. Like, okay, is this just not the cutest little gift you've ever seen? Look at this beautifully hand sewn, well, machine sewn tote bag with penguins. Okay, like that's just a teaser, little teaser, okay? Amazing, amazing gifts. So I will show you those afterwards. So first table that I designed for was with the Sweetest Jar bundle. That is the one that has a punch that punches out a jar. So I did a shaker card that was kind of also a fun fold, and it has those loose shaker elements inside. So that's the front. And then inside, the pocket is actually up here for the gift card, something just a little different. And there you see that tag. Remember, we were just talking about the tags? So that is a nice way to make a layer without having to die cut or cut out extra cardstock. So the paper on this one was from the Turtley Sweet, I believe. All of that is from, I think, from Turtley Sweet. And that was one of the cards that I created. Also at that station, everyone made two of the note cards because they were really quick and easy to make. And this is with the heart images that go inside the jar. I think this is so cute. And look what I did. Do you see the striped paper? And then I cut little strips of the polka dot paper just to add a little element of fun, adding in between the stripes. And I thought that was really fun. So two little note cards and then stamped instead of DSP on the note card flap, envelope flap, sorry. So that was station one. By the way, I showed this last year and so many of you thought this was such a great idea. If you, oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them. Thank you, everybody. Glad you like those. Yes. Card makers are the kindest people. Exactly, Debbie. I agree. I showed something last year, and a lot of you that do events loved this idea. I wanted to show you. This is something that I do when I do any type of event, whether it's a class or a big event like this or whatever. Once I am done designing my projects, I lay all of the supplies out on my tabletop here, and I take a picture. And I print it out, and it helps me remember to pack up those supplies, to bring those supplies, whatever it is, depending on, what the event is. But this is just, I'll show you, this is what it looks like. So there were the cards I just showed you, the two ink pads that were needed, the stamps on their blocks. I make a list of the blocks so I don't forget any blocks. And then there were punches. So, of course, that's in addition to the actual bundle or the set. I don't take a picture of that because that's kind of a given. They're shown here. But this helps me then when I was setting up my stations on the cruise, or, of course, wherever you might be doing an event. It helps me to just sort of have this mental list of what to pack, what to bring, and how to set it up, and what stamps need to be mounted. So just a little tip for those of you who do events. And I know that you enjoyed that last year, so I thought I would show that again. So that was station one. Station two used gallery blooms. And I love gallery blooms. This card was an easy way to use Stampin' Blends, just two colors of blue. This was, I think this was just two. Yeah, no, three. Soft sea, blah, 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 blah. Two colors of blue and the soft sea foam. The blue is Misty Moonlight and Cloud Cover, and the green is just soft sea foam. Super simple way to color these. I loved how this came out. This is for all my blue lovers like Tammy and Jenny who are on here. And we used the frame from the Gallery Blooms set. And then let's see, this paper, I think this is in the SIPs. I think it is. Now I can't remember for sure. I should have printed out my PDFs that I had for the cruise, but anyway, you can use whatever paper you want. But I just loved kind of the darks and the lights and all the blues, and then I just stamped the same image around the perimeter of the cloud cover card base. Kind of looks like you used DSP, but you didn't. So that is that card. And then also at that station, this is a Funfold I have shown you a couple of times before. And I have provided the dimensions before. In fact, I have one right here. You might remember this post a couple weeks, well, maybe 3 weeks ago. So if you're looking for the dimensions, I have it linked tomorrow. All of these cards are going to be on my blog, pattystamps.com, tomorrow, which is August 16th. So there will be photos of these, but not the PDFs, not the instructions. Those were for the participants. But I did link to the previous post that has all the dimensions for that previous card. So if you want to, remake this, you'll be able to see how. But again, the same colors, different floral image from the Gallery Blooms, using that gold label, and just lots of layers of die cuts. So that was that card. That was station 2. And of course, my little cheat sheet for that. Station 3 also used Gallery Blooms because I just couldn't get enough of that bundle. Oh my gosh, that is just one of my favorites. I love flowers, but I just really, really love the Gallery Blooms. So this one, okay, this is a cool tip. Let me show you the tip first. So in the celebratory SIPs paper pack, there is this sheet that it's 12 by 12. I think this is just half of it. There's a sheet that has all these little like color blocks. They look like they're watercolored. I'm sure they originally were. I used that Floral Blooms image, stamped it directly all over, a whole bunch of those, and then all I did was color the leaves. You don't have to color the flowers at all. Then you can either fussy cut or die cut. And that is what I used for all these flowers. Oh gosh, I have to back up. Isn't that fun? I've done this card style before. Hang on, I need to write myself a note because I have a video for this card style. And let me write myself a note to link that tomorrow. Hang on, sorry, because if I don't write this note, I will completely forget. So I'm going to link my previous video so that you can recreate if you want to. Anyway, so look how fun those flowers turn out, and all you do is stamp them directly onto those little squares. Zero coloring. So if you love flowers and you are like, I really don't want to learn how to shade, I don't want to color, that's too much work, grab a piece of printed designer paper and stamp on it. The Full of Life and Thoughtful, what is that pack? Thoughtful Journey, sorry, brain went blank. Those types of papers that just have like washes of color, those are perfect for something like this. So if you don't have the celebratory SIPs, which by the way is on sale this month, then you can use whatever you want. But I loved this card. It seems like Floral in Bloom is the paper. Okay, thank you. Not sure which one, but thank you. Yeah, I love the Gallery Blooms. It's just so gorgeous, has beautiful, easy to color, easy to use images. And anyway, so that was, sorry, I don't know what I'm babbling about. That was that one. And then at that table, there was two more projects. There were two more projects. So I decided to make this really cool Funfold card, and I am going to be doing a video for this Funfold because it is so easy and so cool, and I don't know that I have seen this exact type of idea before. So let me show you. So of course, decorated envelope flaps. So this Funfold, I put just a piece of cardstock on the back just to make it a little stiffer, but you don't have to. But this is a piece of 4 by 12 paper, and you just score it a few times and flip back this piece, and it makes a pocket. So see, it makes a pocket. And then I stamped a note card, just the regular Stampin' Up! Note cards, with the same flowers. So when you put it in, it looks like this bouquet just continues. Isn't that cool? I loved this idea, and I thought, oh, this is so cool. You can make it in with any paper, with any colors, and the flowers are just super quick colored with a blending brush, just super quick swirl of color, and then you use the blends for the leaves. So super easy and simple. So that was the strawberry slush version. And then I did one with the, I think this is the freesia. Oh, let me just look. Yep. Oh no, petunia pop. Oh, fooled me. You could do any color you want, but this is with petunia pop. Same idea. So you make a note card and you just tuck it inside to make that whole bouquet look like it's continuing. Isn't that cool? I love this. I love these cards. And so they made 3 projects at that station. That was Gallery Blooms Part 2. My cheat sheet for that. And then this is a project. Oh, I was going to see if I had that other one handy. You'll recognize it when I show you. Let me catch up on comments. One quick second here. Yep, Full of Life would be great for that, exactly. Okay, I don't see any questions. I see comments, but thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the tip. I'm glad you enjoyed all that. Okay, so this project was inspired by Amy Combs. You probably saw me create a project like this a few months ago. I saw this as this idea as a swap from the Stampin' Up! On Stage in Raleigh in March. And I can't remember exactly what Amy used. I think it was the storybook, the one that looks like Peter Rabbit, I think. Now I can't remember. Don't quote me. I can't remember what she used, but I think she had like seed packets and all sorts of cute little things. She used the large and small Stampin' Up! Gift bags. And when I saw that idea, I recreated it with flowers. I did a video on that a couple months ago. But for this Alaska trip, I used the Weekend Adventure. It's like a scrapbooking kit. This one is just the DSP and the stickers. So this has, let me pull these out so you can see. So this is the small gift bag and the large gift bag. They're decorated and then glued together. But what it does is it creates 4 pockets. So I designed it so that the participants would have cute little places to put photos, to put notes about their trip, to, I think it was Betsy. Oh gosh, if I get that wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it was Betsy that showed me this. She printed the itinerary of our cruise and shrunk it down and put it on one of these cards. I was like, brilliant. Isn't that a fun idea? Because, you know, when years go by, you kind of forget. You're like, was that Ketchikan? Was that Sitka? Did I do the dog sledding in Juneau? And you forget these things, right? So putting the itinerary was brilliant. So using all the stickers and the paper in that Weekend Adventure packet. I'll show you the other 2. So there's the bigger pocket in back. So I used flip flaps to add some extra space. And I'm sorry, I know words are backwards on here because that's what my phone does, but you get the idea. So again, remember those gold tags, right? So that you can just have a really quick layer. And the back of that one has another gold tag, room to write, put a photo, whatever, but you can put a couple of different photos in there. And then here's the other insert with the vertical flip flop. And it says happy day and take to the trails and travel on foot. Lots of people did really cool excursions with hiking and whatnot. So, you know, that's a kind of a good theme I thought to use. And then on the back, we did a group photo and I shared that on our Facebook group so people can post their, or excuse me, add their group photo. And then on the very back, the belly band creates another pocket, and that is another spot to just add your journaling or any type of photo, whatever you want. So I thought this was really fun for people to have just this cute little memorabilia pocket. I'm not really a scrapbook, but similar. And I hope people enjoyed it. I just thought it was a really cool idea. And the Weekend Adventure pack from Stampin' Up was perfect for this. So also at that table, sorry, dropped something. I used the little mini suitcases and the supplies from this Weekend Adventure kit, covered up the mini suitcase, and then I printed these stickers for people to use. So from our past trips, I used photos that I had taken in the other in the ports that we were going to, and I created these little stickers that people could use. So it's just kind of like this cute little mini suitcase. And then one of our participants, Sue Zastro, made handmade soap for everybody. And so this held their handmade soap that they could put inside here to take it home. Originally, we thought we would just put all the soap in these cute little boxes. And then I said to Kirsten, well, what if they decorate them? That would be a fun thing to do at this, a fun activity to do at this table. So that's what they did. The flip-flops, I'm sorry, who was asking? Someone was asking. They're the 3x4. So in the pack, they come with both the horizontal and the vertical. So I used one of each. Let's see. Debbie says she's speechless at the cleverness. Well, you're so sweet. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. Oh, I wish you could have gone too, Donna. It was a great trip. Beautiful. We only had one day with some rain and it stopped halfway through. So beautiful weather. Everybody up there said that it was a heat wave. It was like 72. So if that's a heat wave, okay. Here, that's not considered a heat wave. But anyway, everybody was just commenting who lives up there, how wonderful it was, what great weather we brought them. So that was the Weekend Adventure station that I designed for. So those were their projects at that table. And then, thank you, Josie. Thanks, Yolanda. Yes, it was a very thoughtful treat. Mary Lou, yes, there some stickers were put into your, well, I should say, Kirsten gathered some stickers to put in your packet. If they didn't make it in your packet or something, let me know. I will send you some. Mary Lou could not go at the last minute, so Mary Lou was getting a packet. Excuse me. Way too much talking. Okay, station number 5 that I designed for uses the Pretty Florals bundle. And we also, the participants purchased, hang on, I think I have a pack. Where did I put those? Okay, I don't know where I put the pack. I just had it handy. I hope you can see. I think you'll be able to see. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see it. So there is a pack in the Stampin' Up! Catalog of white note cards and envelopes. They're the 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Half of them have the polka dots and half of them have stripes. You'll see that in a minute, the stripes in a minute. So we used these throughout our projects, and that allows a little bit larger area to create your card focal point. So this one uses the Pretty Florals bundle with the 2-step stamping and die cutting and the beautiful paper. And again, you know, another one of those nice gold framed labels. So that was one. And then also at the Pretty Florals table, This uses the striped note card and envelope. I don't know why that seems to be like not showing up. There we go. And this one, I just thought this was super cool. Isn't that pretty? All the Patty colors. If you know me, you know I love the Patty colors. Here's the Patty colors, and all in that one beautiful pack of paper. And then you have more prettiness on the back. You could always add another white panel and do some writing on the back if you wanted to. But this one was a lot of die cutting, shading with blending brushes, and two-tone cardstock to get all of the beautiful colors of flowers and die cuts on that. So that was Pretty Florals, and that was station 5 that I designed for. And then the last station that I designed for also used those striped and polka dot cards. At this station, we used the Mix and Match ephemera, and I did 6 samples as examples. But with the ephemera at this table, everybody could just pick whatever they wanted to do. You did not have to copy mine. You could, what we say, going rogue. So you could use any of the ephemera pieces, the die cuts, and these die cuts are cool because they're also stickers. So if you peel them off as a sticker, you could stick them right to your project. If you like pop them out like we're used to a die cut, it keeps the backing on, and then you could use your foam adhesive sheets or dimensionals and pop them up. So you have a choice. I love these ephemera pieces. So I'll just go through the 6 samples that I created for this table just to give you some ideas. So this one is using the striped note card, and kind of a nice card idea if you were doing maybe a teenager or a masculine type card. I put the birthday on there. Oh, the greetings. So what Kirsten did for this table was die cut is it many messages or more messages? Wait, I have it right there. More messages. The more messages dies, and then she brought the stamp set, but instead of leaving it in the full piece, she cut them all apart so people could grab a die cut and a sentiment that they wanted to use. So if they didn't need a birthday card, they could make this into something else. So it was a really fun, just sort of a mix and match, be creative table. So that was one of them. This was another idea with that ephemera, again, using the striped. The stripes don't show up as much on my camera, I think, but it lends a really fun touch to these cards. So this one would be great for a Father's Day or a masculine birthday. This is another one with the striped cards, and I did fall, kind of Halloween sort of a look. And this could be fall if you just take off the hat. You could make this just a fall type card. And then I think this one turned out to be my favorite. And at first I was like, I don't know about this one. I don't know. I just love this one. Probably because it has flowers, but this one has the polka dot white card and just sort of a mishmash of different pieces from those mix and match ephemeras. I don't know. I just think it turned out really cute. Also because I really love red, white, and blue. Anything red, white, and blue, I really love. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, Christmas. So I made one into a Christmas themed wreath and little baubles hanging there from the wreath, little ornaments. And you'll notice the, what are those called? The green hexagons? I forget their exact name, but just a little added something. And then this one, just sort of a all occasion. I did the love you, but this could be anything you want, with the pie and the cute little coffee cup and some hearts. So those were the 6 projects at that table, and everybody would pick 2 ideas they wanted to use and create their projects. So those were all the projects that I created for the week, and the the tables. If you missed the beginning of this, we're talking about the Alaska crafting cruise that I co-hosted last week. And those were the projects I designed for the participants. I did half and Kirsten did half of the projects. Oh, okay. Donna, I'm sorry you couldn't be with us. So let me show you, like I said in the beginning, I only got to make a couple of the projects at Kirsten's tables because I literally spent the entire week visiting with all the participants and taking photos and posting and all of the, the social media things. So one of the tables was the what is it called? It's not sailing away, sail. What is the sail bundle called? I don't know where mine is. You know what I mean. The one with the sailboat. I can't think of the name of it. I'm sorry. Wait. I have a list. Where's my list? Here it is. Sunrise sailing. So one of her tables had the sunrise sailing. And this isn't exactly her design because I forgot to put the linen thread on it before I glued it all together. But it's close. So that was one of the sunrise sailing. And then this one, I think I did just a tiny bit different. I added one of the gold label pieces on there for the greeting. But this idea was using the boho vibes paper to die cut the sails. And I absolutely loved that. I thought that was just the coolest idea. So I loved this one, little note card size. So that was one of her tables. Let's see. Oh, she also did the set called Along These Lines. So here were the two cards for that table. One is the birthday, and then this one is just hello. I thought that was fun, and it's the book binding. So that was with Along These Lines that she did. Let's see. She also did a celebratory sips, and I think I did this one pretty much as she designed, and it's just basically stamping on that paper that I showed you earlier. Remember that piece with all those pieces or rectangles, and I stamped the flowers, so she just stamped the cups on there. So that was one of them. And then also at that table she used the paper that had all the different fruits and fussy cut out, or you could stamp and die cut the cup and then put it on top with the different layers of paper from Celebratory Sips. And that's all I got to make of Kirsten's, just because I, like I said, just spent the whole week visiting with everybody. But she also did 4 projects with the boho vibes and 2 projects with Turtley Awesome. And I really wanted to get the Turtley Awesome projects done. I just did not. I started to cut and whatnot, and it just didn't get them done. But I'll be working on those soon, and I think I'll just sort of mix match them up and post what I come up with on that. So those were, well, you didn't get to see all 12 stations because, like I said, I did not finish all of Kirsten's projects, but that gives you an idea of the range of projects that we worked on for the week. We also had a happy hour meet and greet. We did swapping. We did a group photo. It was optional if you wanted to purchase a t-shirt with the logo. So many people did that. We also offered sweatshirts that you could purchase. So some people did sweatshirts, some people did t-shirts, or both. And trying to think and on the last day, what Kirsten has always done on each of our cruises is she does like a raffle giveaway. So any of the bundles that we used and any of the like the blends or things like that, she gave away at the end. So that was on the last day. That was a fun little giveaway at the end. Barbara, so you might want to rewatch the beginning of this. Like I said in the beginning, this was the last cruise that I am co-hosting, but I talked all about possibilities for 2026. It's also on my blog today, pattystamps.com, and you can see the cruise that I'm going on next year, and you can also see other options for other crafting cruises as well. So you can either rewatch this or you can jump over to my blog when we're done and you can see that information. Yes, Susan, I loved that. I think that might have been my favorite thing out of all of Kirsten's projects was the boho vibes for the sales. I just thought that was so cool. I hadn't even used the Boho Vibes paper yet, you know, because you know me, I'm using all the flowers. And so I'm like, oh, I got to expand my brain here because that was brilliant. So there you go. Those were the projects. I thought I would quickly show you some of the swaps and the gifts and things that all of the lovely participants gave me so generously last week. Let me just put these back in my box, and then I will show you those. So again, if you missed the beginning, you can go back and look at how I explained my little cheat sheets for setting up the crafting tables on our trip. Oh, I should just mention, these came yesterday. This is the new holiday catalog, and it is available. Well, the items are available to purchase starting September 3rd. I don't know why words are so hard today. September 3rd. And if you're one of my regular customers who has been already purchasing from me, then you will receive one from me. It's not blurry. I mean, your eyes aren't blurry. That's how this is. It was throwing me yesterday. I was photographing the cover and I was like, it's all blurry. I'm like, oh, that's how it is. Okay, anyway. So if you're one of my regular customers, my husband and I are working on getting all the stickers on and all the flyers inside. I'll be doing all the postage and all of the mailing labels this weekend, and we will get those out next week to my regular customers. If you don't have a demonstrator, if you have ordered from me in the past, but you've kind of fallen off my list and you want catalogs again, you can go to pattystamps.com and request one. You can also do pattystamps.com/catalog, and that will take you to the request page and you can request a catalog. So that's that. Okay, so now let me show you these adorable things that that I received. I just have to give you like this little disclaimer, okay? Packing up from the trip in our cabin and getting all the suitcases packed, a lot of things got like mixed up and separated, and so I'm embarrassed to say now I don't know exactly who gave me every single thing, because I ended up having to just like put all the cards in a box, all the 3D things in a box to protect them. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept like the cards and things with everything. So I apologize. I really do. But nonetheless, sincerest thank you to all the amazing, cute, adorable things. So I showed you this earlier. How cute is this? And I love this. And it is so fun. And there's another little goodie that goes with it. Couple goodies. So this cute little tray was actually down in the bottom of this. You can leave it in the bottom or you can use it for something else. And then look, this adorable little pouch like for jewelry or, yeah. I mean, so sweet, so cute. Jennifer says she's still recovering from the trip. I am too. I've been blogging like crazy again and working on these catalogs now, printing all the labels this morning. Oh my goodness. It's a lot to come back to, right? A lot. Look at this cute pouch. I love this. I was keeping all the little swap cards in this that people were handing me. So sweet. I love this so much. And then one more cute, this one was not handmade. This was purchased, but I mean, I'm just, nonetheless, I love this. Look at this cute bag. Cute little penguin zipper charm. And this, I did leave the card inside. This was from Trisha's Craft Room. Thank you, Trisha Fagley. I love this. I love this. So sweet. So cute. Oh, let's see. There was a whole packet. And again, I have separated out everything, but there was a whole packet from Minnesota Stampers that was just filled with, let me just see, I can find some of them right here. So a Minnesota ornament, Minnesota playing cards. I should put these all back in. I'm sorry, like I said, I had to separate all this to get it packed to protect it all. I'm trying to think what else was in the Minnesota packet, because this was full of amazing things. And now I don't know for sure because I should have left it all together. But anyway, to the amazing Minnesota stampers, thank you for all of the Minnesota goodies. Very fun. This adorable mug, I fold love into every card I make. How cute is that? What a sweet gift. Love that. Let's see. Look at this cute pouch full of swap cards from Janice Walsh. I think this might have been in the Minnesota bag. Pretty sure. Look how beautiful. So beautiful. Wow, this is so cool. Isn't that gorgeous? And I love this. I mean, who doesn't love blue and white, right? Blue and white, just so gorgeous. So sweet. So I'm pretty sure that was in this. I'm going to put it back in there. And then, let's see, I know this was from Diane Bensberg. These are adorable little mini Ghirardelli Halloween treats. Look how cute those are in that new cello bag. So cute. And these, I'm just randomly pulling these out. So, you know, whatever order they come out in. This is from Betsy Lang. So cute. Little pouch that has Kleenex in there. So you can pop it up and then pull the Kleenex out. Adorable. Betsy also did a whole bunch of really cute cruising duck themed gifts. And the if you're not familiar, it's really fun to hide the little ducks. It's a huge thing on cruise ships, right? Huge thing. And she printed out paper. So this is a duck lanyard that was inside this little pouch for our name tag. There were a couple, there was a bigger box than this with a plush duck, you know, a fluffy, a stuffed animal, like, but people call them plushies now, I guess. Anyway, a duck. And then this cute little box with a flying crocheted duck. I mean, how cutely adorable is that? So that was all from Betsy, all the cute duck things. There were Post-it notes and something. Again, sorry, it came loose. Don't know what it was in. I did mention the soap from Sue Zastro. So Sue made, let's see, it is coconut oil, palm oil, canola oil, olive oil. Well, I'm not going to read all the ingredients, but the fragrance is frosted fir. So this is kind of like a pine, you know, outdoor kind of tree. Isn't this like the coolest? I mean, it looks like you could eat it, but it's soap. And then as a very, very kind extra gift, she also made me a sugared watermelon. This smells like heaven if you love watermelon, which I do. One of my favorite fruits. So look how cute that is. And this one is passion fruit and hibiscus. Oh my gosh, smells so good. Isn't that beautiful? I can't wait. Like, I want to use these, but I don't want to use these. You know, like I want these just to be pretty forever. What do? Like when you don't really want to use it, but you know you're supposed to use it? I guess you should use it, right? You should live life, enjoy, and use it. But I want to just keep them. Anyway. Oh no, I don't know who this was from. Shoot. This is hand sanitizer. You've probably seen this adorable design before, but using the new Halloween die cuts, such a cute little design. Love that. And there's no name, so I don't know who made that, but I love that. This care package, okay, this might have been in this Minnesota bag as well. So if it was you, thank you. Look at this, Purell and lip balm and motion sickness relief, vitamin C, first aid pack. I mean, this is just like fabulously amazing. Now, thankfully, I didn't need any of these items, but I think what I'm going to do is put this in my suitcase so that next time I travel, Love it. Thank you. Therese made the hand sanitizer. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, use and enjoy, Susan. Exactly. And then, let's see. This was from there are several ladies in my Love to Stamp group who are from North Carolina. They gifted me this beautiful scissor charm with a whale tail and an anchor to remember our trip. And I do have to tell you that we did see a whole bunch of whales. I think it was on the last sea day. There was a pod of, I don't know, 20 or 30. And they were just all just spouting, like, you know, spout, 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 spout. And none of them like went, you know, like that or like flipped their tail, but you could see their fin going up. And so we felt like we at least got to see some whale sightings. Yes, Patty colors for sure. Use the soap. It's like DSP. I love that, Pat. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Okay. Yes, the nut goodie bars. Yes, though that is packed. Well, not packed. That is downstairs with my snacks. I have a bowl of snacks downstairs. So yes, thank you for the reminder. There was a nut goodie bar and the Post-it notes. Two different kinds of nut goodie bars. Yes, thank you for the reminder. So Jennifer and Janice from Minnesota, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Joy says the soaps eventually lose some fragrance. Okay, so I was going to say exactly what you just said. I do this too. I put them in my drawers, and so that my jammies or my underwear smell nice. I do that too. So I might do that with one of them and use another. That's such a good idea, Joy. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, thank you. Oh, perfect. Okay, so this was in this. Thank you. I wish I wouldn't have separated everything. I just couldn't get it all packed. Yeah. What's Abdullah? What am I not getting here? Hi, Shirley. Okay, well, let's move on to the cards. So I have a box of swap cards that was given to me, and I'll show you these really quickly, but let me make space. I mean, wasn't this the kindness of everyone? Oh my gosh, what kindness, what sweetness for all of these amazing goodies. I always know that no matter where I go on any Stampin' Up! Type event, I have to bring an extra bag to come home. And we did. We went with 5 bags, came home with 6. It happens. Oh, and this was also from Becky. She made these cute little magnet with Alaska 2025 and a tiny little cruising duck. Aren't those cute? That got buried. I'm sorry that got separated. The candy store is in Minnesota. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, Lynn, no, the pen. I did not lose it. Where? The pink one. Where did I put it? I'm going to have to show that another week, Lynn. In fact, when I unpacked, I remember unpacking it. Where did I put it? Why isn't it here? Shoot. I'm going to look for it, Lynn. It's somewhere. I did not lose it, Lynn. It's beautiful. It has a huge rhinestone encrusted cruise ship on the pen. It's amazing. And I literally remember unpacking it, and I thought I put it in with this stuff. I'm sorry, Lynn. There's probably some other things that got separated as well. Yeah, the pen is gorgeous. I will find that and show that another week in the snack bowl. It could be. You know what? I think it's probably at my desk. For those of you that don't know, my craft room here that you see is upstairs, and my desk with the computer and all my catalogs and mailing and prizes and all that type of stuff is downstairs. I bet I already put it downstairs to use. And so I don't know why I didn't pack it in that box. I apologize, Lynn. It's beautiful. You all are going to love it. It's amazing. No, I did not lose it. I specifically remember taking it out of the suitcase when I unpacked earlier this week. Okay, let me run through some of these beautiful cards that I received. Sorry, too many words. I have not participated in swaps in years. I just don't have time to make extra cards to swap. All of my extra time, which is not really extra time, is spent making thank you cards for customers. So I make about 50, anywhere from 40 to 60 extra cards a week to send out for customer thank you cards. And so if I had extra time, I could use that time to make swaps, but I don't have the time, so I don't participate in swaps. However, on our cruises, we do swaps, and such sweet ladies. Look at all these cards that were gifted to me, plus the ones I showed you before. All of these cards were gifted to me from swappers, and they just gave them to me. And I'm like so honored. I feel so just honored that everybody would give them to me. Oh, thank you, Pat. Yes, that might have been a splurge purchase for my 30 years as a demonstrator. Thank you. Glad you like it. Yeah, so let me show you these. This is from Jennifer Hollum. Look how beautiful. I absolutely love this card. Absolutely love everything about that. So pretty. Well, I love every card, so if I say that every time, that's going to get old. Let me just show you the beautiful cards, okay? This is from Jennifer Walsh. Because if I say I absolutely love this, it's so beautiful, every time I show you a card, you guys are going to be like, ugh, right? Anyway, love the arches. This was from Tracy. So first, I just have to say, like, look how fun the new bag, the Halloween bag, and the pink. So let me show you. When you put this inside, isn't that so cool? I had to leave it in there because it's so cool. And I actually needed a little notebook, so thank you, Tracy, for the notebook to use on the trip. This is from Eva. This is, for those of you who are not demonstrators, this is an upcoming suite in this holiday catalog, and it is something that we used for, not World Card Making Day. What was the event that we used it for? What was that called? Shoot, now my mind went blank. Somebody will help me. Somebody will know. Anyway, demonstrators used this. My brain is blank. No, it's not blank. It's busy. It's full. I should stop saying blank because it's not. It's full. It's oozing out. Another beautiful card from Eva. Love that layout. And look how fun with alternating corners that are embossed. Like, that's just beautiful. Creativity now. Thank you, Tammy. Yes. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Another beautiful card from Eva. The words are actually die cut in gold. Might be, oh, there you can see. So gorgeous. And just a little design tip here for you. The gold with the pear paper. Like, I didn't think of that. I love that idea. That's amazing. This is from Jen Helding. And let me see. I bet this is like some kind of a pop-up. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, my stomach just growled. I'm hungry. Isn't that cool? What a cool card. What a cool card. And then it just folds all up into the size of a regular card. I don't know that I've ever seen that design. That is just so, it would like stand like that. Looks like a chair. Love it. Love that. This, what do we call this? A shutter card? Oh, there's no name. No name. Shutter card, thank you. This is from Lois. Beautiful. Gorgeous colors. So peach pie, I'm just looking at my colors to see that. Peach pie, lemon lime twist, gold, and black. What a color combo. It's fantastic. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna keep this out and I'm gonna write down that color combo. In fact, here's what's easier. Peach pie, lemon lime, black, and then I'll have to get a piece of gold, and I'm going to keep this separate, and I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to make something with that combo. Jennifer Walsh. Love the black and white. How can you go wrong with that? Black and white. Black and white and blue and white. I feel like if you're ever stuck, just make a black and white or a blue and white, right? So gorgeous. Love it, love it. Easel card. Oh, wait, that's not the turtle DSP. What do you mean? It's an easel card. Had to use the turtle DSP. Wait, what am I missing? This is not turtle. Please explain. Oh, arch. Sorry. Oh, the turtle DSP. Friends, there's another design tip. Like, think about things that maybe you wouldn't have thought to put together. Brilliant use of the turtle DSP. Sorry. See, comments come in later, and then my brain is already like 18 things beyond, so sorry for my slowness there. But I'm like, that's not turtle. Okay, I'm going to open this one because I can see that this has a cool element to it. So this is from Jennifer Walsh, but look, I love that. I've done this before where you make a shorter card and then you put something that sticks up, but I love the arch and the butterfly. I love that. Love that. Beautiful. Okay, this is from, I think this is from, yeah, from Suze Astro, the lady that made the soap. What a great way to use those coordinating designs of DSP. Love it. This is from, oh yes. Oh, from Judy Sharp. Beautiful. Blues and greens. Gorgeous. This is from Janet Fuller. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, so back to the Minnesota bag. A wonderful card that went with the Minnesota bag. I've learned my lesson now. Don't separate all the stuff. I just really had no choice in getting everything packed. I just had to get everything so that it wouldn't get smashed. This is from Wendy Jones. Love that. Is that? Yeah, look at embossed inside. What a great touch. This is from Betsy Lang. I think this needs to be opened because some of these I can just tell that they have a really neat folding element to them. And they just need to be, oh my gosh, this is, oh, hang on. This is cool. I may have to do this as a video. This is from Betsy Lang. So it folded flat to be in the envelope, but look, I just popped up each of those 3 sections. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen this exact. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. Betsy's amazing. Every year Betsy just makes such amazing swap cards. And I think, yeah, I think I want to open this one for you too. This is another one from Betsy. I don't want to separate. She didn't stamp on it, so hang on. Let me make sure I have What happened to her little... I don't want to get her name separated from it. I already did. Here it is. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. Just want to keep her name with the card. This is also from Betsy. Oh my gosh. I love that idea. It's the same size arch, but it almost gives the illusion that the arch is getting smaller, doesn't it? I love that. That's stunning. Another beautiful one from Betsy. This is from Deborah Baca. Again, this is that beautiful suite in the holiday catalog that's coming up that will be available for customers on September 3rd. Oh my gosh, look, I thought for a second that this was the card that I made for the cruise. It's not. It's very similar. Another one from Deborah Baca. Hang on. Oh, it's got a belly band. So look what she did. Isn't that pretty? I love the arch on the side for the belly band. Sorry if my mouth is like hanging open because I am just in awe of, you know, the creativity that people come up with. I love that fold. I love that. Love that. And oh, another one from Deborah. My goodness. So much sweetness. Oh, this is fabulous. Those colors together. So I'm thinking this is Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, Strawberry Slush. Yeah. And then black. Whoa. Whoa. Love that. And then the last one. Sorry if I know I'm keeping you really late today. This one. Wait, is there a name? Oh, there's no name. Okay, well, thank you to whoever made this beautiful pop-up little garden for me. I think I'll put that on my desk and enjoy it like a little bouquet of flowers. Speaking of bouquet, I picked the very last of my roses today, this morning. That is called a Whiskey Mac rose. It was my mom's favorite rose bush in the house I grew up in, down in Southern California. And after she passed away, one of our visits down there to see my dad, I took a cutting of that Whiskey Mac rose and brought it home and rooted it. And it is now a beautiful rose bush. And it had those 4 beautiful blooms on it this morning. And so I had to cut them to bring them in. And then the other one, that one it's so hard backwards. That one was from a different bush, but nonetheless it was blue. I think that's a peace rose. I stuck it in there to go with that. So that's the last of my flowers for the season. Thank you, Diane. This was from Diane. Thank you, Diane. I love it. I absolutely love it. A pop-up parade Funfold. Well, my goodness, I have not seen that. I need to get out more. It does, Tammy. I thought that it did look like your double bridge card, but it just the sections on it were a different dimensions, right? Different sizes. But I thought that. I was like, yeah, it's that same idea. It was just like skinny, wide, skinny, just a little different. But I did think that about your card. So, friends, just to recap, I showed you the projects I created for our Alaska crafting cruise last week. I showed you a couple of the ones from Kirsten. I didn't get through all of them. I showed you the beautiful gifts that I received, the swap cards that I was gifted with. And if you are interested in attending a crafting cruise today on pattystamps.com, so today, if you're watching live, it's August 15th. I'm going to repeat it again tomorrow, August 16th. I have the information for a cruise that I'm going on next year as a participant with Melanie and Brenda. There's also a link to Kirsten's cruise to Spain next year, crafting cruise. And Tina had contacted me and asked if I would post about hers, share about hers. And so her link is there as well for next year. And crafting cruises are so much fun. The people on here that went last week will tell you, just making new friends, visiting, crafting, not worrying about making your bed, fixing your food, all the things. It is so fun. It's just such a delightful week. So if you've ever thought about it, I hope you'll consider that, going on one in the future. I am not co-hosting anymore. After 30 years of hosting events and doing classes and doing events and co-hosting crafting cruises, I am, of course, continuing with my business. I'm not stopping my business, but I am going to concentrate on my own business rather than co-hosted events. So you won't see me doing another crafting cruise as a host. But I've been saying that for a year, so it's not a surprise. I know it's not a surprise to you. Yes, I hope to demo some of these at some point, Claudia. Yes, I will put them all. What I have is a box, and I keep things together in a box that I want to create for the future. So I will put it in that box to hopefully recreate in the future. Thanks, Pat. I know. It's been so fun to see you on these cruises. Yes, and Lynn as well. I am glad that you got to go. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. 2 Susans. Thank you. Thank you, Betsy. Betsy's going to send measurements. You're so sweet, Betsy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I hope that you all enjoyed seeing all of the fun, and all of these projects that I created will be on my blog tomorrow, pattystamps.com, August 16th, so that if you want to pin them to Pinterest or get a closer look, you can do that. And then I'm linking, oh yeah, made that note. I have to make sure I link that one too. I am linking to things that I had already done videos of, so that if you want to see it, made with something else and get the measurements and get the idea, then you have links to those. You're welcome, Robin. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Esther. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you back next week for stamping. We'll be back to stamping. I have a list of 6 things to share with you for the next 6 weeks for our crafting videos. So no shortage of creating and crafting and tips and fun and coloring and all the things. I will be back with that. But thank you again, and I will see you next week.